In a quiet village nestled deep within the woods, there was a well everyone feared. Its stones were slick with moss, and the air around it was unnaturally cold, even in summer. The villagers called it the Whispering Well. Legend had it that anyone who peered into its depths would hear voices, soft, pleading, and desperate. Some claimed it was the cries of the villagers who disappeared over the years. Others believed the whispers belonged to something older, darker, and hungrier. One night, a curious boy named Eerie decided to uncover the truth. Armed with a flashlight and a rope, he crept out of his house under the pale glow of the moon. The forest was eerily quiet, the usual rustling of leaves replaced by an oppressive stillness. When Arif reached the well, he hesitated. The stone structure loomed over him like a mouth, ready to swallow him whole. Brushing aside his fear, he leaned over the edge and shone his flashlight into the darkness below. The light barely touched the bottom. "Help me," a voice whispered. Arif froze. The voice was faint, almost drowned by the sound of his own heartbeat. "Who's there?" he called out. "Please, I'm trapped," the voice whimpered. Against his better judgment, Arif tied the rope around his waist and began to lower himself into the well. The air grew colder with every inch, and the darkness seemed to press against him, swallowing the light of his flashlight. The whispers grew louder. "You're so close," the voice crooned. "Come a little further." As Arif reached the bottom, his feet touched something soft, like damp earth. He looked around, his flashlight trembling in his hand. The walls of the well were covered in strange, writhing symbols. Then he saw it. A figure emerged from the shadows, a woman, her face obscured by her long, wet hair. Her arms were impossibly long, her fingers curling like claws. "You came for me," she hissed, her voice twisting from a whisper to a growl. Arif screamed as the woman lunged at him, her mouth stretching unnaturally wide. The last thing he saw was her jagged teeth glinting in the dim light. The next morning, the villagers found the well empty, save for Arif's flashlight and the faint echoes of whispers that lingered in the cold, still air. Some say the Whispering Well claims anyone brave or foolish enough to seek its secrets. And if you listen closely, you might still hear Arif's voice, begging for help from the darkness.